Hello everyone, Veronica here, and it's time for our next oil, and of course the cat is helping. Our next oil in our journey through the energetics of all the oils, and that one happens to be basil. So this card, of course, is from my Energetics of Essential Oils card deck, and let me read it to you real quick. Okay, there she goes. Access your profound inner truth. Basil's incredible energetic fuels connection with clarity of purpose and willingness to act in your own best interest. Keep basil handy whenever the situation calls for fortitude. Now, it's so interesting to me because basil, when you look at it, it's kind of a floppy plant. I don't know if you've ever grown basil. It's fun to grow basil. It's actually not that hard to grow. And it's kind of got these floppy leaves. And they look soft to me when I look at them. Yet the energetics of the oil is mama bear. In fact, the first time I ever read basil, I read it for a woman who's an amazing mother and has a fantastic, powerful way of parenting. But she's also extremely heart-centered and extremely kind and easy to be around. But boy, underneath there's mama bear. And when I read her energy and I picked basil for her, I looked at her and went, oh, I know more about you now than I did before I picked that oil for you. And she totally agreed with that mama bear thing. So I always think of her when I talk about basil. So now what I'm going to do is, I've got the bottle here. I'm going to hold the bottle. And see, I have to hold it like this right away because the energies are very strong. And I'm just going to see what else comes up. Again, why I want to make these videos is to help you see my process of how I go about doing the readings, but also to help you start to develop your own energy sensing language and your own acknowledgement of your energetic sensitivities, which I believe people have, but just don't necessarily pay attention to. We're not taught to. So if you have basil in your collection, get it, hold it, and let yourself see how it affects your body. And I'll tell you how it affects mine when I hold it just now. Okay, so I've got it. You can see I start to twitch. That's my nervous system sort of calibrating to the input of the information that it's getting from the energetic of the oil. Okay, so there's sort of like a calibration that often happens, and then I can sink into the energetic. And immediately, kind of in that mama bear energetic, I see a visual of a woman standing at the mouth of the cave. And the family's in the cave, and she's facing what is outside of the cave. And there's a sense of absolute clarity and absolute focus and absolute acceptance of that role and what it might require of her. Basil has this amazingly fierce energetic, and considering it's such a floppy plant, it's so amazing to me. It has this fierce energetic underneath it. And the important part about that is that fierceness is not present all the time. It's not the outward expression of the energetic. It's the when you have to downshift into get it done gear. When you're faced with a situation that requires you to really draw on your fortitude. That's basil comes in and supports that. So it's like that friend of mine. It's kind of soft and quiet on the outside, but mama bear. Okay. So yes, now I'm looking at the card again, and yeah, those are the reasons I picked those words. I also think it's really interesting that it's the acceptance of that role. The acceptance of that role. Like, all right, that's what's been asked of me, and that's what I'm going to do. Woo, I get all fierce when I say it. Okay. Please post below and let me know what comes up for you when you hold your bottle of basil. Thanks, everybody.